Hey guys, this is DK64 Galaxy. Sorry if I keep using my old name. I meant DK Galaxy. It's gonna take some time to remember DKG. But anyways, I'm here today with
Robotnik Gaming.
Yeah, Robotnik Gaming is here today with us. And as I said in my part 2 of Pokemon Blue Let's Play, if you should subscribe to Robotnik Gaming because he has a special treat for you guys. I'm not going to say it because it'll spoil the surprise, but if you like SNES RPGs, I think you might like what this guy's about to do. But anyways, today, this is not part of Villain of the Week. I repeat, this is not part of Villain of the Week. We're just going to do a discussion today about our favorite video game villain. Now, Villain of the Week is supposed to be like a list of video game villains. We do our research on that week and we talk about them. This is just our definitive favorite. So if you get the shows mixed up, I'm sorry, but this is a whole different thing, a one-time thing. Now, as I've said, let's start the discussion. Now, today we're going to be discussing favorite villain, and mine's personally is, it was hard to choose because I had to choose between Majora's Mask, King K. Rool, and Metal Sonic. Overall, I felt Metal Sonic was the best out of all those, my opinion, of course. And now, Robotnik Gaming, I meant to say, what is your favorite villain?
My favorite villain probably has to be Gygus from Earthbound.
So, I guess I'll start off first with Metal Sonic. Now, Metal Sonic was always one of those characters I was very intrigued in, because even though I never got this, people always say he's like a replica of Sonic, which I understand he basically is, and sometimes I always heard people say his personality was like Sonic, but I never saw it that way. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But Metal Sonic always seemed like very dark. Like, sure, in the Sonic anime movie, I think, in 99, he mimicked a lot of things Sonic did, but you always saw this dark aura around him. Like, Metal Sonic, you always felt he was angry. Not the Shadow the Hedgehog type angry, but Metal Sonic, you just felt hatred all the time. Like, he truly hated Sonic. And now, so, over the years, as I said, when I was a kid, I was always fascinated by Metal Sonic. Probably that fascination grew because of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Mode. When you get to use Metal Sonic in multiplayer, I always used him. He is the cheat character in the multiplayer. He jumps like way higher than Sonic and Shadow. He runs way faster than Sonic and Shadow. He could block their attacks in multiplayer mode if you time it right. But overall, I was fascinated. I was fascinated that someone was actually faster than Sonic, at least from what I saw. More powerful, stronger. And so I saw the Sonic movie after, the 99 one. I loved Metal Sonic even more. In that movie, Metal Sonic actually almost killed Sonic by beating him, like, really bad, like, almost beating him to death. And as you saw in the movie, Metal Sonic died by falling in the lava, and before he died, Sonic kind of felt bad, and so Sonic reached down in the lava pit to grab Metal's hands while Metal's legs were melting, and then Knuckles tried to grab Sonic, and I believe Knuckles was like, "Don't do it, Sonic. He'll pull you in with you." And then Sonic was trying to reach for Metal's hands. Metal tried to reach it. Metal knew he was about to die, so he slapped Sonic's hands away, and he told Sonic, "There can only be one Sonic." And then he died right there. That grew on me with the character. And so then I started really liking Metal Sonic. Someone who could beat up Sonic badly. And a robot that has actual, like, character depth. And so then, after probably, like, a couple of years later, I assume like 2 to 3 years later, I started playing Sonic Heroes. And to this day, I know it's not, of course, by all points, it's not a bad Sonic game at all. But I know it's not really a top 3 of all time Sonic game. But in Sonic Heroes, if you don't know, spoiler warning, Metal Sonic is the main bad guy. The times you see Eggman in Sonic Heroes are just Metal Sonic shapeshifted as Dr. Robotnik. And so Metal Sonic, basically in that plot of the game, even though Sonic Heroes isn't really a deep Sonic game as of plot, Metal Sonic, he kind of retrieves the data of all the teams, the ultimate life form, aka the Shadow the Hedgehog project, the Chaos project. He downloads that data. He downloads data from all the teams, and basically at the end of Sonic Heroes, he becomes the ultimate Metal Overlord. And Eggman was said that in that form, he was practically unbeatable. Like, Supersonic really didn't even have a chance to beat him. So that even interesting, because if you see Metal Overlord's form, he's like a freaking gigantic transformer or whatever. He's like this crazy monster. So then after that, I was like blown by how powerful Metal Sonic could be. And I know this next part's probably going to be just minor points for why I love the character, but in the Screw Attack death battle of Dr. Eggman versus Dr. Wily, it kind of ends in a tie. They both die because Metal Sonic, like he did in Sonic Heroes, betrayed Eggman and killed the whole Eggman Empire, plus Dr. Wily's whole fleet, killing everyone in the process, destroying the whole city. So I don't know, I just love Metal Sonic, and Metal Sonic is willing to betray his master to kill Sonic the Hedgehog. So I feel, I don't know, that's just me, but I feel Metal Sonic is one of the best video game villains there has to offer. Even though in the Sonic Boom show / game, he's been nerfed to death. Like, he's not even really a threat to Sonic right now. But back then, Metal Sonic, like it's stated in Sonic Generations Gallery, he was probably the closest guy who ever got to killing Sonic. And so, Robotnik Gaming, before we start on Gygus, I want to know, what do you think about Metal Sonic?
I think Metal Sonic, like you said, is a very interesting and intriguing villain. Like you said, he's willing to betray his master, which is pretty cool considering that he's just an AI. He's just artificial intelligence, but he's smart enough to do that. And also a robot is faster than Sonic, which is just mind-blowing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to be playing some Sonic games in the near future so I can actually experience the things that DK is saying.
So yeah, now I'm going to hand over the mic. I've talked about 6 minutes. Let's see how far Robotnik Gaming could go with his favorite villain of all time, which is pretty deep, actually. I would have chosen this villain, actually, if it wasn't for Robotnik loving Earthbound so much. So let's talk about Gygus.
Alright guys, before I get into my discussion video, or my part, or my segment in this video, I just wanted to say, I still am a bit sick, but right now I feel better. You know, I still have a fever, but I'll be getting better in a couple of days, so once I feel good enough, I'll start uploading my videos. You know, FNAF 3 is coming on the way. But besides that, let me touch base on my favorite villain of all time, Gygus. Now, you guys may be familiar to Gygus from the Earthbound franchise. He is the main villain in Earthbound, and let me just touch base on Gygus. There's a lot to say. So starting things off, he has no form. He's not an animal. He's not a human being. He's just pure. He's just pure evil. He has no form. He is evil. He is the entity of evil, and that right there is probably one of the most creative villains I think I've ever seen. You know, who would think that evil is a villain? Because obviously villains are evil, but this villain is evil.
Like, he means the embodiment of evil itself.
Yeah, he is literally the entity of evil. He's evil at its purest form, which I think is really, really interesting. And judging that in the game, in the boss fight, you know, spoiler alert, you don't beat him yourself. You actually have to pray with your friends Jeff, Paula, and Pooh to defeat him. And even some people are speculating, could Gygus really be dead? You know, I obviously don't think so, because he's just so powerful. And there's something about him, this lore, that really brings you in and immerses you into this character. You know, obviously, you know, Ness is the main hero of the game, but in my opinion, I've always thought that villains in video games are probably more intriguing than the heroes are, because they just have so much lore, and so much darkness behind them. They have this origin story, this beginning, and now look at them. You're going up against an impossible-to-beat villain, you know? And Gygus, who knows what happened to Gygus? Who knows how he was formed?
Well,
Maybe he was.
well, there's a we discussed this in our Earthbound discussion. Gygus has what's it called? Well, anyways, before he became Gygus, do you know the story when he was just Gyg in Mother 1?
Yeah.
Well, do you know that story, or do you want me to say it?
You can say it.
Well, basically in Mother 1, Gyg was just this alien, and he was taken care of. He was in Earth, by the way. He was a baby alien. He was taken care by a woman named Maria and George. That couple took care of Gyg for years and treated him like their own child. And so then basically one day, the people from Gyg's planet took him back. But remember, his name was Gyg before he was Gygus. And so Gyg eventually was one day taken back by his original alien race, and then George, the father, abandoned Gyg and Maria, I think. I don't know if I'm going by this in the right order, but George studied psychic powers, aka what Gyg had. And so, basically, he wasn't supposed to do that. And so then Gyg's whole race ordered an attack on Earth. And so they sent Gyg to do it. But Gyg was confused, like, why? He was thinking, like, I don't want to do this. These are the people that raised me. But basically, Gyg got over that and kind of wiped the memories of George and Maria on himself on purpose. And so, one day, a thing called the Apple of Enlightenment, Gyg went up to it, and it told him the future of one day a boy named Ness would stop Gyg. And so then Gyg goes extra early to Earth, so that boy named Ness won't be able to do it. But instead of Ness stopping him, a boy named Ninten, aka the main character in Mother 1, ends up stopping him. And so, hold on guys, someone's right here, knocking here. Anyways, so a boy named Ninten ends up stopping him, and Gyg that was a setback. He was like, what? How did this guy stop me? I thought a boy named Ness was supposed to stop me. So basically one day Gyg went to get this ultimate power, and aka the power was too uncontrollable. He became the very embodiment of evil, like Robotnik Gaming says. And so basically he became this universal warlord who is the ultimate being.
Yeah. What I meant to say was, like, why does he have, like, such hatred? Obviously he's evil, but, like, what's his motive?
Well, his motive is, like, originally in Mother 1, they stop him by singing Maria's song, aka the woman who took care of him when he was a baby. And Gyg wanted to forget, but they kept singing it to him, the 8 melodies from Mother 1. And so then Gyg, eventually, he can't take it anymore, and so he just leaves. And then, basically, he finds that power and comes back in Mother 2, aka as Gygus.
Yeah. Well, there's also some more things I would like to say about Gygus. One of the things being that he's a one-of-a-kind villain. You know, these days, without mentioning some games, there are some villains out here that are just like the same. Like a villain who wants to, capture somebody, kill his family or something like that. Those are pretty generic villains. But have you ever heard of a villain that's just the entity, that's just the embodiment of something? I don't think you guys have heard of that before. Neither have I until I played Earthbound. But just in general, Gygus is such a very intricate, dark character that has a lot of meaning behind it, more than meets the eye. So you see Gygus. If you guys have played Earthbound, you see Gygus, but you don't really think much of him. But then after you beat Earthbound, you're like, hold on, who was Gygus? And then you guys start doing research, hopefully, and then you guys come to the conclusion that, wow, this villain is a one of a kind, and that's exactly what Gygus is. He's a one of a kind villain. He is dark. He's basically this villain that probably is the most intricate villain and one of the most dark villains that I've ever seen. More dark than any other villains that I've played, or villains that I've had to see in games.
So yeah, basically that's Gygus. Gygus is a pretty dark character, and there's a lot of emotion behind the character of Gygus too. Same with Metal Sonic. But guys, sorry, today was supposed to be the day all three of the members of Majora's Minions do a discussion. That's how it's gonna be. Every Sunday later, it's gonna be all three of us always. Is that in this discussion, Falcon Gaming couldn't be here this day, but Falcon Gaming, he said supposedly, it might not specifically be tomorrow, but hopefully he said tomorrow, his Let's Play of Oracle of Seasons will start. So, Robotnik Gaming, what else do you have to say, I guess?
All I have to say is if you have a Wii U, definitely get Earthbound so you can experience Gygus, and hopefully you'll be intrigued with him just how me and DK are.